Another lesson I learned while serving as district senior advisor in Duc Ton, Sadek province, is of the loneliness of command and of the life-saving decisions that you have to make. Shortly after I arrived, there was an attack at night on one of the other villages along the road. An Nhon was the village name. And we had a small advisory team of American U.S. Army officers and sergeants stationed there. They were known as MAT teams, Mobile Advisory Teams. The Vietcong attacked the village at night. They had surrounded it, they were firing into it, and they were launching mortar rounds that were exploding in the center of the village and coming closer and closer to the MAT team. We were on the radio with them. I'm in this bunker, sandbag bunker, all alone on the radio, making calls for assistance to American helicopter units, American naval units, who were soon there on station, ready to fire, but they would have to fire into the village center where there were hundreds and hundreds of innocent, non-combatant civilians there. So the risk of firing and using American ordnance in that way was there could be very high numbers of civilians killed or wounded. At the same time, I have this obligation to the men, the soldiers who are under my command and depending on me. And so I'm there, it's night, I've never been in this kind of situation before, and I had to make the decisions of when to authorize the helicopters and naval units to fire. I'm on the radio, I'm hearing the MAT team commander telling me the explosions are getting closer and closer, and I'm holding there, wanting to deter the Viet Cong, and that by our presence had them fire flares to be sure that now these Viet Cong units would know that we had American units on board, and held back. But as we got closer, was preparing then to use and approve American firepower to be used. But just at that critical moment, our display, our presence of these helicopter units, naval units worked. The Viet Cong stopped firing, they backed off, they broke off, they retreated. All of the Americans were safe. Our team was intact, and we did not have innocent civilians killed during this incident. In fact, during my entire time, we never once had any, as it's called, collateral damage. That is to say, innocent civilians killed by American firepower. It was an incredible decision to make, calibrated down almost to the last second, but it was on me. It was my responsibility, weighing the lives of innocent bystanders versus protecting the American, my comrades, my fellow citizens, military personnel who looked to me for their protection. It worked. In this instance, I kept all my team safe, kept the village safe, and had used our firepower to back off the Viet Cong. It was a real lesson, though, of the loneliness of command. I was all alone. It was on me, 28 years old, first time in this kind of situation. Another lesson that stayed with me all my life.